I'm Matt Bouchard with REIT.com, and I'm here in Hollywood, Florida for REITWise 2012, NAREIT's Law, Accounting, and Finance Conference. I'm joined by John Divers, Chief Financial Officer and Chief Operating Officer of the Community Development Trust. So John, your company is a privately held REIT that focuses on the affordable housing market. When we last spoke last year, the market was doing pretty well. How have things gone this past year?
This past year, things continue to improve. Like the overall economy, we've seen a steady improvement in both the performance of our debt and equity portfolios, primarily driven by increased rents. We've seen vacancies remaining stable to an improvement there. We also have seen improvement in our debt coverage ratios on our debt portfolio. And a result of all of that, our watch list, which is how we measure our troubled assets, we've seen a significant decline in that between last year and this year end.
And as you mentioned, CDT provides both equity and debt investments. Can you talk a little bit more about how each of those are doing now?
Both markets, as I said before, with the economy, both markets have continued to improve. On the debt side, there's been a significant, well, let's say significant, a reasonable increase in the lending opportunities from the mortgage side from most of the major banks who operate in the community development marketplace. And on the equity side, we're starting to see transactions developing again. At CDT, we're focusing mainly on Section 8 properties and properties that are coming out of their tax credit periods, like the LIHTC market. We actually just closed a week ago on our first property in over 18 months, which was a 150-unit Section 8 senior property just south of Boston. So we are starting, and we have more transactions we're seeing coming through the pipeline, so we're getting encouraged there.
Lastly, could you touch on the secondary market for affordable housing?
Well, Matt, CDT has been in the secondary market for affordable housing mortgages since inception. Typically, we provide the takeout facility for banks and community development organizations where we provide the permanent lending on the mortgage, and then we syndicate it through our model. In 2011, we saw a new niche develop, and this was in what they call the CDFI marketplace. CDFIs are community development financial institutions. These are typically nonprofits that operate in local markets, low-income communities where they look to provide both job opportunities and affordable housing. CDT is not just a REIT, we're also a CDFI. The U.S. Treasury has created an organization called the CDFI Fund that provides grants and other financial incentives to CDFIs to continue their work in the local communities. CDT has obtained 3 grants over the last 3 years from the CDFI Fund that we use to subsidize purchases from these CDFIs. We purchase their mortgage portfolios. Sometimes that's slightly better than the market really would dictate, and that gives them liquidity and the ability to do better in their local marketplace.
John, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
For more from REITWise 2012, be sure to visit REIT.com.